So your offer is the 20% task that gives at least 80% of the results, right? Here's the thing, if you have a good offer, you have a good business. That's it. That's the equation of business. A good offer equals a good business. No doubt in my mind, all right? So it helps for things like hooking people, making them consume the content, selling. Like, it helps for selling a lot, bro. I was once with this coach. I was talking to this coach, right? He needed help creating his offer. And he was like, Luca, how do I create my offer? Blah, blah, blah. Or, sorry, he needed help with selling. And he told me, like, Luca, how do I sell to these people? Blah, blah. Um, it's funny because I didn't even give him, like, the first thing I did wasn't giving him advice on how to sell or anything like that. No, what I did is I helped him create his offer. And now that he has his offer, he's just way more in his mind. He's just way more thinking like, "Oh fuck, I actually like this product. I actually like what I'm giving to people." And now he knows he can change people's lives basically for just $1,500. You know, like, he can help people quit vaping for life for just $1,500, right? So how do we design our offer? I see a lot of people do this the wrong way, actually. They start thinking about what they want to offer and what bonuses they can put on top of that. That's not how you should think about it. You should be thinking about the transformation that you want to help your dream customer with, right? So, for example, if you want to help men quit porn, the transformation is that they go from somebody who watches porn to somebody who doesn't watch porn. Now, this is the transformation, right? However, this is not the desire, of course. So this is not what you sell, but this is the transformation that you need to take them on, right? You need to get them from point A to point B. That's literally business. You get them from point A to point B, and that's more valuable to them, right? Point B is more valuable to them, and they really want to be in point B, especially when you kind of sell them the dream of point B, and that's it. Like, by the way, nobody, it's funny because nobody tells you, like, oh yeah, you should tell people the dream and all that stuff, and you might think like, oh, that's so manipulative. Bro, look at any single person right now. You know what's manipulative? That people don't even tell you about it. Because I guarantee you right now, everybody under the sun is fucking using this. Everybody. Fucking Hamza, Iman Godji, Denlock, how is this, Grant Cardone, like all these people, like you think like, oh, they're like such good people. No, they just want money. And it's not that I think they're bad people for wanting money or something like that. I mean, that's the reason you watch this video, right? They just did something in a better way than you did. You need to realize it's kind of manipulation, but you help them go on a better transformation, if that makes sense. At least that's what I hope you will do. So mine is going from having a shit life because of the bad habits and all that stuff, and having limiting beliefs and a lot that you say a lack of knowledge that keep you broke, to being a financial free and fulfilled man. So this is, of course, this is what I wrote down like 3 months ago or something like that. I don't think this is the best sentence, but you get the point, right? Actionable step, think about the transformation that you want them to go on. Once you know the transformation, you want to make sure that you know what the steps are that your dream tribe member needs to take to get there, right? You need to make sure that if he only does these steps, then they will succeed. I call this the minimum viable step. So, for example, with a nofap coach that I'm helping right now, he has like, I don't know the exact thing, but yes, like why you want it, then finding your purpose, then figuring out why you actually have the urge to relapse and all that. Like he has like 4 steps or 5 steps or 3 steps. I don't know, 3 to 5 steps on quitting nofap, or sorry, on quit fapping, right? And these are the minimum viable steps. The reason I don't like too much bonuses is because why would you add more? So this, don't get me wrong here, all right? Like I mean, like, don't. Why would you add more things to the offer? Like, imagine I would now say like, "Oh, I help you from being broke to like fulfilled and rich or something like that, right?" And then I create a course. Besides that, I create a course on how how to explore nature or something like that, or how to survive in nature. Now, don't get me wrong, if this is your niche and you want to help those people with both of these things, of course go for it. However, you need to realize it makes your, like, the minimum viable steps less worthy, if that makes sense. um so for example, imagine you have like 5 steps like I do. Yeah, so 5 steps. I didn't even know it myself, but five steps to making money, right? Adjusting your personal life, solidifying the basics, and the other two are about to come. So 5 steps. Imagine now I would add a course that is completely unrelated to this. You would think like, what the fuck is this, right? So what I don't want you to do is now think like, oh, I shouldn't add checklists, or I should not add courses, or I should not add coaching calls, or I should not add these things. Of course, bro, 100% you should 100% add these things as long as they help your dream customer with the transformation that you want to take them on, right? So maybe in the future, I might say like, oh, I want you to be more conscious of yourself, or I want you to do this and this, or I want your mental health to increase. This is actually something that I have in my mind. I think it's, as an entrepreneur, you also need to have good mental health, right? Not just to make money, but just you want to have good mental health. So that's something then that I've been thinking about, and that I might make a video on, or might make a course on, or something like that in the future, right? If that makes sense. But this makes the minimum viable steps less. Yeah, so this is just, oh, as I said, less is more. Less is literally always more. Essentialism is always key. Removing fluff always works, right? Actionable steps. Think about the minimum viable steps. Now you might think like, oh, but I don't know the minimum viable steps. No, that's the entire point, right? You need to think about it as a system again. So you have an input, you have a system, you have an outcome. So the input is the guy who's fapping, right? Now you need to kind of see the system as your offer. That's your system. Then the output should be that he will quit fapping, and then you will receive feedback and see what's actually working and all that stuff, and you'll kind of figure out with different clients why some clients are actually getting so much results whilst others aren't. And of course you need to split test all of these things, and you need to test all these things out and all that stuff. So yeah, man, that's basically it. You need to test a lot, right? So right now you should have your dream tribe member transformation and the first version of your minimum viable steps. Now it's actually time to think about how you want to present it, right? So you have 3 options. Do it yourself. So this means people have to do it themselves. The pro is that you can actually scale this very, very good. Like this has big leverage. The con is that people are less likely to succeed with this, right? So by me making this course, I know there's people that are going to succeed whilst watching this, but I also know that some people might not succeed because it's only don't do it yourself, right? You can't really ask me questions or something like that. Example is a course, social media content, all that stuff, just video content, all that stuff, right? Then it's done with you. So this means you do it together with people. This is the best way to teach somebody how to do something. You can charge high for this as well. Like the con is only that it takes a little bit more time to actually do this. So, for example, let me actually grab the examples. I'm actually thinking about doing the making my paid community only with calls, and then you have of course you got the community and stuff like that. But then it's just done with you, right? So, example, we will design our offer together through calls, or we do this and this together through calls, or all that stuff, right? Give him a fish, and he will feed his family for a week. But teach him how to fish, and he will feed his family for a lifetime. I genuinely think that don't do it yourself and done with you are the best things to actually do, because you want to teach people how to catch a fish, right? You don't want to like you don't just want to give them the fish in the beginning, because then they don't know how to repeat it. The last one is done for you. This is where you do something for somebody. The pro of this is that you can do things your own way, and you can charge probably very high for this as well. People will also be more dependent on you. The con is that it still takes a lot of time and it's also less fulfilling. So if you've seen I think it's in the book The Almanac of Navarro Vicant, he just talks about the importance of leverage. All these people online talk about the importance of leverage and all that stuff. It's very important. I don't buy do it done for you most of the time because I want to be able to do things myself first. However, I do think this is very good if you want to scale later. But right now, I need to learn things myself, right? I'm not like there yet. I'm not like professional. I'm not the best guy in sending cold DMs or something like that. So imagine I would be very bad at paid ads, right? I've never tried paid ads before. I'm really not planning to do so. But now if somebody tells me like, oh, I can run paid ads for you and you will just guaranteed make money. I'm like, all right, we can do that. But I don't want to rely on that, if that makes sense. I don't want to make that the core of my business, because if I do that and it will become the core of my business, and this guy just says like, yeah, fuck you, increase the prices, or I'm not helping you anymore, or something like that, then my entire business fucks up, right? So you need to have a very good basis, if that makes sense. Oh fuck. So example is, I will get you 100 leads a day, or I will make your YouTube channel go to 10k subs without you having to do anything. Now, I do have to say, you can also do a mix of the first two, or you can do a mix, right? So, for example, you can make a course on how to stop playing video games, and then also hop on calls with them to help them quit video games, right? You need to think about the things you want to give and the steps that you want to take them on, if that makes sense. Let's imagine you have a 6 week program, I don't know, about quitting video games with a course and 6 calls, so once a week. That's a bad offer. Let me explain. Imagine you have two exact same paintings. One is in a wooden frame and the other one is in a diamond frame with gold on it. Which one would be having a higher perceived value? Even if it's the exact same paintings. One just has a wooden frame on it and the other has like a diamond frame with gold on it. The second one, right? It's all because of framing. People think like, oh, the second one is way more expensive, all because of the way it's framed. So what I want you to do is I want you to change how you frame it. You don't offer one-to-one coaching with people or something like that. No, fuck that, bro. You're not there for to hop on calls with them. What you offer are life-changing, bulletproof concepts that helped even the most addicted video gamer in the world go from very addicted to quitting. So right now you should know the transformation that you want to take your dream tribe member on. What steps you're going to help them take and how you're actually serving them. Like done do it yourself, done with you, done for you, all that stuff, right? The next step I want you to do is add just natural scarcity and urgency, right? You've seen big websites have some timer or something like that, like, or like they say like only four spot labs, or these websites with like a timer. What that says like I don't know 50% off for like 4 minutes or something like that, or only four places left, or I can only help four people, or I will increase the prices in at like 16 February or something like that, right? Desire comes from not having what you want. This from $100 million offers, right? $100 million offers. We must sell fewer units than we can actually sell. So some people don't get what they want, and that will create desire in their minds. There are three types of scarcity. You have got limited supply for X time, limited supply of bonuses, or never available again, right? You must always sell out and let people know when you sold out. The biggest sales, so 50 to 60%. This is what I got from $100 million offers, by the way. The 50 to 60% of the sales of a week long sales campaign happen in the last 4 hours. That's 3% of the time. Think about that, bro. 50 to 60% of the sales happen in 3% of the time. I hope you love this picture as much as I do. Really, like I really want you to take notice of this picture. This picture is literally insane, alright? So look, you've got the dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay and effort and sacrifice. That's value. So the dream outcome, you already know the dream outcome because you already designed your dream tribe member. If you haven't done that already, like what the fuck are you doing? Like why are you watching this course if you don't even take action? But you already know the dream outcome that your tribe member wants, right? Now, what is the perceived likelihood of them achieving it? This could be for like this is why guarantees are so fucking powerful because you increase the perceived likelihood of achievement by a lot, bro. When you just say like, oh, if you don't get the results, then I will give you all your money back. I will give you all your money back, and on top of that, I will help you for free until you reach it, and I will give you like $100,000, million, $1 billion extra because I just want to say sorry, right? Now they're going to think like, oh shit, actually this guy is actually like making so much fucking bucks. This guy's know what he's talking about because he's so fucking confident and all that stuff. Now, of course, the less the time delay, the better, right? If I tell you like, oh, I can help you make 1K in 1 month, or I can help you make 1K in 12 months, That's a big difference. Do you know what I mean? Now, then you've got the effort and the sacrifice. If I tell you, like, oh, I can help you make 1K in 1 month, and you gotta send like 1,000 cold DMs every single day, you gotta read 3 books every single day, and watch 10 videos. That would be a lot of effort and sacrifice, right? Now, when I say, like, oh, I can help you make 1K in 12 months, um, all you gotta do is send 10 messages every single day or something like that, right? You'd probably be way more likely to do that, right? I want you to ask yourself how you can remove time and effort, and how you can increase the perceived likelihood of achievement and make the dream outcome like seem more, like seem better, if that makes sense. The reason so many people want done for you is because then they don't have to put time and effort, or at least effort in, right? The same with time. Imagine you could make 10K in 7 days starting from scratch compared to 90 days. That would be big difference, right? You'd probably pay way more money for the first one compared to the second one. Problem is, of course, you don't know. Like, maybe it's a perceived likelihood of achievement that now you're starting to think in your mind, like, oh, but nobody can actually do that, blah blah. That's a perceived likelihood of achievement that is very low right now. You see? Here's the thing. People, there's only two things when it comes down to sales, right? You need to increase the confidence of people so they buy, or you need to increase the pain. If people are in zero pain, they're not going to buy from you. If they have no confidence that you can actually help them, they're not going to buy from you. They need to feel pain, and they need to be very fucking confident. Otherwise, they're not going to buy from you. I want you to take a picture of this. I've literally, like, I've made this graphic myself. We increase the dream outcome by being good at sales. Ask questions: where are they right now? Where do they want to be? Like, we kind of exploit the desired state, if that makes sense, right? And you indirectly cause them pain by asking them about their systems, all that stuff. Like, people don't have systems, right? But now you ask them, like, oh, what system do you have in place to quit fapping? What system do you have in place to make money? They're starting to think like, oh fuck, I don't have a system, I need a system, and they kind of will feel pain, right? Again, it's manipulative, but you will help them in the long run, if that makes sense. Even with exploiting pain and stuff like that, yeah, sure, you increase like a lot of their pain right now. However, if they buy from you and they will get results, their pain, like, their long-term pain will decrease, if that makes sense. We increase the likelihood of achievement by being convinced about your own product, but the most of all by giving guarantees. So here's the thing: if you're just if you're just very convinced about your own product, people are going to love it. Let me repeat that again. If you are convinced about your own product, people will automatically think like, "Oh, he's so fucking convinced now. Of course." Like, they will just kind of get, I don't know how to explain this. They will get into the zone with you. If you are confident, they will get confident. If you have doubt in your own product, they will have doubt in your own product. That's it, bro. Now, also guarantees help a fuck ton. Now, I want you to ask if there's something that they don't want to do, or if there's a chance they experience obstacles. Maybe things like, I don't want to go to the gym every single day, blah blah. Yeah, so I want you to pick 5 of the most common problems, or around 5 of the most common problems. And I want you to think like, how can I solve these problems? So for example, when people have a, I don't know, imagine you want to sell something for, you want to help people quit playing video games, right? What's the biggest problems people have? People don't know what the fuck they else to do. Their friends are trying to hold them back. Their mom doesn't let them buy. Just those kinds of things, right? Now, if you could find a solution to these things, that will create massive value for them, right? So, for example, if people don't want to get injured whilst you sell workout routines or something like that, you could literally say designed to be injury free, and then of course actually design it that way, and that's it. If they don't want or can go to the gym because their parents won't let them, you make a home workout plan to equip them with. So I want you to think about the problems and the solutions that you have, right? So y- you could also make one special for entrepreneurs or something like that. So, for example, a workout routine for entrepreneurs or anything like that, right? After you did this, now is my favorite part. First, I want you to add a time frame to the offer. Is it like 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, 21 days, etc., etc., right? Then I want you to make a guarantee. This is one of the most important things. If you don't have a good guarantee, your conversion rate will probably cut in half. That's how important the guarantee is. Like a guarantee is, it's nuts, bro. It makes people like and trust you more, and they'll also be more convinced that you can help them, and you will also be more convinced about your own product, which is crucial when it comes down to selling. I guarantee you, like, if you're not convinced in your own product, how are you going to make other people convinced in your product, right? Mm. Imagine I would say, I can guarantee, oh fuck, I can guarantee you make 5K in 10 days. And if you don't make it, I'll work with you until you do. I'll refund you all the money you paid and I will give you $3,000 extra as a bonus. This is all under law and we work with a contract. I can imagine people want to buy, right? Even though they don't know what steps you're going to take them on, they don't know any of that shit, they will be fucking interested, right? They'll think like, oh fuck, that's a very insane offer. I gave no explanation on how it works or the price, but it would still make you fucking interested. That's why a guarantee is so fucking powerful, bro. When it comes down to a guarantee, ask yourself how confident are you that you can help people? If you're not confident, try it again, make a new offer. Here's the thing, bro. A lot of people I talk to them, it's kind of funny, and I say them like, why don't you have a better guarantee? And they say like, oh, but what if I can't help them? And I always ask this one question, and I ask them like, but if you couldn't even help them, would you be would you be would you like taking their money anyways? Would you be comfortable taking money from people that you can't even help? No, of course not. So if you can't help them, why would you even sell to them? Now, if you're confident, ask yourself what would what you would do if they wouldn't make it. Here are a few examples. So, for example, you have a video game thing, a video game coaching, and you tell them like, oh, if I don't help you quit video games, then I will give you this and this guarantee, right? Here are a couple of examples from a guarantee, and I guarantee you, like I guarantee, but these things are they will have a massive ROI on your business, right? So give your money back guarantee, work with you until you achieve it guarantee, give you extra money on top, like for example, if you don't make money, I will refund you all your money and I will give you 3,000 on top of that or something like that. Work with you for another X months worth $3,000, for example, something like that, right? Now write down the best and worst case scenario. I put an example below. Okay, so you will either work with me for 90 days and you know how to make $5,000 a month starting from scratch, or you will get all your money refunded back, $2,000 as a personal sorry, and we will work with you until you make $5,000 a month. How can you refuse that? Think about that, bro. How can you refuse that? Now you might, of course, start to think like, oh, but what about the effort and the sacrifices or something like that, right? Of course. But think about that. You can't fucking refuse that, right? At least you can't refuse to listen. So then the next question is, of course, what if they don't do the work? Because yeah, some people are just like that, right? What you then want to do is you want to add a checklist. So you have your minimum viable steps, right? Your minimum viable steps, it might say like you need to do this and this exercise to discover your purpose, or you need to do this and this and this. Um, then you want to create a checklist around the minimum viable steps. All right. And by the way, if they don't do the checklist, then of course they can't get the guarantee, because if they do nothing, how like you cannot refund somebody who doesn't do anything. Of course, they're not getting results, right? But we're not finished yet. If you've read $100 million offers, you know you should also add a name to it, right? What I learned from Hormozy is that you have a magic formula. So the first one is a magnetic reason why. So this is, for example, 88% off, New Year, summer. Like you see always these back to school backpacks or something like that, right? And now the avatar, young men, coaches, athletes, business owners, agency owners, these people, right? Then you have a goal. So stop video games, double your income, make 2K a month, 10K a month, all that stuff, right? Then you have indicate a time interval, 60 days. Like you get the point, right? Just the days, maybe hours, hours, years, months, days, and then complete with a container word. Blueprint, system, detox, masterminds, launchpad, protocol, all these things, right? If you haven't read this book, $100 million offers, by the way, buy it right now. This is how I got the name Super Sales Secret. So I think I kind of changed it. It was like super, I don't know, something. But anyways, if you want to do a mastermind, you could say also something like make more money mastermind or something like that, right? As you can see, I like to start with the same letter. So MMM, SSS, all these things, right? Another example is dopamine detox. So now we gotta ask ourselves, who is this not for? If you become polarized, people will fucking love you for that. The people you exclude, the more people you can exclude, the better. So, for example, when you're selling an offer, right? You don't just want to say, oh, who is this for? This is for people who do video games. This is for people who watch porn. This is for the people who want to make money. But you also want to say, who is this not for? This is not for people who are not committed, are not dedicated to improving their lives. This is not for people who think this is an easy fix. This is not for people who want quick money, all that stuff, right? The more people you can exclude, the more so for example, imagine you can choose about like 10,000 people, but you exclude like 5,000 of them. Now there's only sorry, 5,000 people left. However, the 5,000 people that are left, they are more like, oh fuck, this guy actually like, I'm actually part of his tribe. I'm actually part of people who are so similar to me. That's insane, right? Now the next question is, how much are you charging? I see so many people who have these big limiting beliefs, like my people don't have that much money, bro. Blah. Fuck that shit, bro. Genuinely, that's not true. I was talking to this guy, and he told me he got like 150,000 views on a YouTube video, right? He promoted his product for $20, and he told me nobody bought it because nobody had money. Think about that. He got 150 views on a video, and nobody bought his $20 product. And he said it was, oh yeah, it's just because they don't have money and all that stuff. Instead of telling him this was a limiting release, I asked him like, if it would be a lottery ticket from $20 and people get $20,000 back in return, would people? Do you think people would be able to afford it? And he had a gaming channel, so I was like, he was like, oh fuck yeah, maybe. And then I said like, bro, your people they're buying fucking Fortnite skins with that $20, bro. They have money, bro. Trust me. People are buying Fortnite skins with it. Blah blah blah. And the reason I tell you this story is because I really want to break this limiting belief that you actually have, right? People have money. They just think your product is not worth it. If you have a shit offer, you're not going to sell it. If you have a very good offer, you can charge 1K, 2K, 5K. No problem, bro. Besides that, there are a lot of other benefits to actually charging high, right? This is something that I got from $100 million offers again from Alex Ramosi. So the emotional investment will increase by a lot. The perceived value will increase by a lot. The results will increase by a lot. The demandingness will increase by a lot. The revenue for fulfillment, oh sorry, the demandingness will decrease. The revenue for fulfillment will increase per customer. Your profit will increase. The perceived value of yourself will increase. The perception of impact of the results will increase. The service levels will increase. The sales team conviction will increase. Everything will increase, bro, if you just charge higher. Besides that, it's also way easier to get 10 people to spend 1K instead of 1,000 people to spend $10, right? Now, I genuinely understand if you're from a third world country or something like that. It's very hard. You have a lot of, especially people from third world countries, but also people from first world countries, by the way. But people from third world countries have this even more. They have a lot of different limiting beliefs about money. And I don't say this to like insult these people or something like that. I say this to help you become aware of it, right? People from third world countries, they, of course, they don't really make a lot, so they have a lot of like bad beliefs about money, if that makes sense. They think like, oh, 1K is a lot and all that stuff. Yeah, sure, but the cars in the third world countries are 18K or something. I don't know, 18K or something like that, right? Now you just need to make them convinced that you need to convince them that they need your service more than a car, and you will make a lot of money, right? Easy. Besides that, people in here are spending so much fucking money. I know, I can still remember this guy from Cyprus that I was coaching, or Cyprus, I don't know, that I was coaching, right? He said like, oh, I know exactly what he said. He said something like, oh, I've got a $14 community and all that stuff, and I was like, it's still very good, but people are buying pizzas in here, like in my country. That's one pizza that people don't buy. You could charge higher if you want, bro. So if you're from a third world country, you really need to think about your beliefs, and you need to expose yourself more to high ticket offers, and you need to talk with more people who do like high ticket offers and all that stuff. And because here's the thing, if you don't have the belief that you can sell to them, or that like 1K is a lot for your offer, stuff like that, you're not going to sell, bro. Easy, guaranteed. I want you to ask right now, imagine your customer is in his biggest pain and he could achieve the outcome that you give him. How much would that be worth to him? So imagine your dream customer. He just fabbed like 9 times yesterday. And his dick literally hurts, everything hurts. He feels like a fucking loser. He feels disgusted by himself. He has got this like little dirty sweat on him. He smells disgusting. Everybody notices it. He has low status, all that stuff. And now you can help him quit fapping. How much do you think that would be worth to him? A lot of dollars, right? 10K, 20K. Then divide that by around 10 to 5 to 10, and that will be your price. I really wanted to charge higher. The higher you charge, the better your business, bro. Of course, if it's like, if you don't really give a lot of value, then of course don't charge high, blah blah. You get the point, right? For fitness service, I would recommend you sell something like 997 or 1997, maybe 2997, something like that, right? You can always start out lower to begin with. This means maybe begin with like 499 or even like 294 or something like that, just so you get into the habit of actually selling. And then you just know you can deliver, right? So, what to do after 10 calls? So, what I want you to do right now, this is only if you're a coach, of course, right? But if you're a coach, just do like 10 calls for free. And then you want to make your own framework and teach them in your school community. Of course, if you're not a coach, it doesn't really apply to you, blah blah, you get the point. But then even still, if you've got like an agency, you're doing SMMA or anything like that, right? I would still highly recommend you hop on calls with people to actually find out what they actually want. And you just, it's like finding your dream customer on steroids, if that makes sense. There was this video from two multimillionaires who made their first thing on, let me see, yeah. So they asked, like, they called up their dream customers and they asked all of them, like, oh, what do you want, what do you want, what do you want, blah blah. And they were like, oh, we really want this, but I really want this as well, and this and this and this. And they were like, oh, okay, all right, so we need this and this and this. And then they created the product around, and then they became multimillionaires. Crazy, right? I'll talk more about this in another course. I'm not going to make another course, but there are two ways to grow your business: is getting more leads and make them pay more, right? Your own free community will get you more leads because you're giving them things away for free. This means if you do it good, word of mouth will spread and people start referring, community grows. Bam, easy. But also people like and trust you more as well, which means they are more likely to spend money with you because you already helped them out. So this is just not only for your free community, this is also just providing free value in general, right? This is just the rules of applying free value. So this is, I genuinely believe that my this course that I'm making right now is going to pop off like crazy, right? I don't know about the algorithm. I don't know how that shit works, but I know people are going to refer this product. I already spoke to a lot of people who said, like, bro, like, such a long guide, that's insane. I'm going to refer my like your video to people and all that stuff. And I'm like, I love that. I fucking love that. And then people like and trust you more as well, which means they are more likely to spend money with you because you already helped them out. So now I'm helping you out by a lot, and then now you like and trust me more. And if I help you make money, then you're probably going to spend it with me. Right now, I don't really like all these gurus who try extract all the money that you make and put it in their own pockets again. So I only have one product that's not even like high ticket or something like that. But if you only care about money, then that's would be a very good way to go about it, right? Besides that, you can message or sell to them whenever the fuck you want. This is only in a free school community, of course. Make sure you can always contact most of your leads, though. This is why I think Twitter is a very good way. School communities are a good way. Instagram, all that stuff are a very good way. I hope YouTube will do this soon, but I don't expect it, to be honest. So thank you so much for actually making it this far. I'm literally proud of you for making this far. You've got a sick attention span, and you'll become very fucking rich soon, right? Share your fucking wins, inspire people. Yeah, so if you just share your wins in the community or something like that, you will literally inspire people. That would be crazy, right? Then also give feedback on the course. I would love to see your fucking feedback, bro. I've got a feedback form below that you can fill in right now. I would love to fucking see it, bro. Because of course my courses aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I would love to see feedback, right? Then, if you want to join Tribe Leader VIP or you want to apply for my one-to-one program, just send me a message. I don't have the one-to-one program anymore, but if you want to join Tribe Leader VIP, you can still send me a message. Also, maybe I can help like one or two people with the one-to-one program. And I just want to say you're a part of a fucking movement of people who are done with the pains of being broke. People who are done with the 9 to 5 and don't want to stay in the fucking red race forever, right? Also, I would love to see it if you would help each other out in the community, or if it would, like, if you would network together or something like that. I would fucking love to see it, bro. Post it as a win as well. That would be fucking sick to see, man. Wait, what? Yeah, so if you want to check out some YouTubers, I would highly recommend you watch these people: Alex Ramosi, Charlie Morganson, Ovens. Then for the books, 100 million leads, $100 million offers, Dot-com Secrets, Expert Secrets, and Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Then I've heard that the Almanac of Naval Ravikant is very good as well. And if you want to learn more about habits and all that stuff, Atomic Habits is the way to go. I personally love The Way of the Superior Man as well. I know that's very big in the self improvement community because of Hamza and all that stuff. Then let me actually see. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a good book. Unscripted by MJ DeMarco, or The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco is very, like, I recommend you read at least one of those two as well. That's it, right? So thanks a lot for watching this video. Again, if you want to apply for Tribe Leader, send me a message. If I would love to see your wins, I would love to see you interact in the community, all that stuff. And without like that, with that being said, thank you so much for actually watching this and completing the first S of the asset framework. And I will see you in the next one, right?